Big Tex has been talking to Texas State fairgoers in his booming voice for 55 years. Only 7 people have had the honor of performing his larger-than-life voice.
The State Fair is the best show in town, and it's mighty exciting to be the star of the show because everybody's going to hear Big Tex say, "Howdy," and it's my job to make sure that it sounds just right.
It's been Bill Bragg's job for 7 years now after he won a contest in 2002 that decided who would voice the State Fair icon.
About 500 people from all over the United States and Canada came to the Cotton Bowl to audition, and 499 of them turned out to be bad.
Inside a small office about 70 yards away from Big Tex, Bragg controls his movements and gives him his signature voice.
Birds of the World, you know, is another one of the many free shows, and it's being sponsored this year by the mighty nice folks down yonder at your friendly neighborhood Kroger food stores of Dallas.
After 7 years of doing this, Bragg doesn't find it hard to put himself in Big Tex's size 70 boots.
I'm just being Bill, or in this case, Tex.
As you watch the girls of the Coppell High School Color Guard spin and move together on the field, it's hard to pick out Natalie Hudson. But that is what makes her so unique.
It strikes me about Color Guard because there's so much synchronization, you know. I mean, kind of everybody moving as one kind of thing. And this is sort of the ultimate fit-in for her, you know.
Hudson spins her flag with only one hand.
Like, I remember thinking, like, the color guard and how cool it looked when everyone was in line together and doing the exact same thing.
When Hudson tried out last year for the team, her parents and coaches were skeptical.
Well, my first reaction was, oh gosh, how is she going to do this with one hand?
But she wasn't too worried.
I really don't ever really think of having a difference. Like, I can pretty much do anything that anyone else can.
And that's just what Hudson does.
Boy, she's just jumped right in and become involved. Everybody's so nice to her, and she really has enjoyed it a lot.
If I didn't have color guard, like, I wouldn't have. I have made all these new friends and like learned like so much about like myself too. That like you can really do like anything that you put your mind to.
But being in the color guard does have its challenges.
Well, I have to figure out like how I'm gonna do things like with. If we have to grab it with our left hand, like how I'm gonna like make it look like I'm grabbing it.
But for Hudson, the hardest part is off the field.
Like I remember one time, this girl, she didn't like understand my hand, and I came home and my dad like just helped talk me through it and like how it's okay to be different and that some people aren't gonna understand and that it's okay.
But when you see Hudson's shining face out on the field, you can tell that she is not easily discouraged. For NTTV Nightly News, I'm Maddie Garrett.
Rhinestones is one of the many stores that lines the Denton Square. They've been in business for a year and a half, and even though the economy is down, sales are surprisingly up.
10–20% maybe. We're above what I had anticipated being. We are nestled in this little area that is immune to that because I think that a lot of North Texas, maybe even the whole state of Texas, has been a little bit cushioned from that.
Just a few stores down sits McNeil's Appliances. They've been in business for nearly 80 years. Owner Virginia McNeil has seen the highs and lows of America's economy.
I grew up in the shadow of the Depression. I was born in '34, and I heard about the Depression all my life. But this might be as close to it as I've ever, you know, lived. But I believe we'll make it all right.
And the good fortune trend doesn't stop at McNeil's. Catty corner from the appliance store is Ruby's Diner.
Our sales are up over last year. We're doing quite well. We're running about 20% up.
Even though sales are up, some holiday shoppers say the slowing economy has opened their eyes to what really matters.
This year our family has decided that family is more important than the gifts.
And maybe that's what the holiday season is all about. Reporting for NTTV Nightly News, I'm Jenna Johnson.
This year's State Fair of Texas had more than 3 million visitors. So, what's the #1 reason people head out to Fair Park?
Food!
Food.
Food!
Food and cars.
Come here and check out what they got.
What kind of new food they have? It's all about the food.
See what they're frying this time.
Vendors are frying up everything from cookie dough to grilled cheeses, even a banana split. But of course, there's that all-time favorite.
It's the corny dog. I'm sorry, they have a lot of really cool things every year, but you can't say that you come to the state fair unless you've at least tried the corny dog.
Corny dog's been running first place for a while.
The state fair is known for frying up some pretty strange foods, and this year's latest addition to get your heart rate pumping or stopping is chicken fried bacon. It's pretty good, but I feel the heart attack coming already.
But how do you come up with something like chicken fried bacon?
We were pulling bacon out of the smokehouse one night, and we were hungry. And we thought about chicken fried steak, and we go, man, you know, why don't we put some batter on it? And we experimented, and that's how it came up.
The sizzling bacon was this year's winner for the Best Taste Awards.
Going real good. Going, you know, selling a lot more than what we thought we were going to do.
So what does all this fried food do to your health? Well, it's probably not good, but the fair only comes once a year, so it's okay to splurge just a little. For NTTV Nightly News, I'm Maddie Garrett.
This year's venue has all the latest and the greatest vehicles, and every automaker has at least 1 or 2 hybrid models on display. With gas crunches and global warming, everyone is trying to sell these eco-friendly cars. GMC show demonstrator Brian Abel was in the middle of all the action. This year he is showing off the Yukon Hybrid. He says leaving his home in California and working the fair show is always a good time.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys down here are very, very friendly, and every single time I come down to Dallas is exactly just a perfect experience. It's really nice. It's a really relaxed environment, and I have a great time. I love it here.